This is day 728 of the Arukh HaShulchan. If you like to sponsor a coming share or more of the Arukh HaShulchan, please contact me directly. It'd be very greatly appreciated. Get my mic in order here. Today is Siman Tavnun, Sif Tes, to Tavnun Aleph. Test. Also, let's get a clue on Yehudi about Shabbat Chametz and Pesach. Not allowed to rent out a keli to a non-Jew. They should use in order to cook Chametz and Pesach. Now, Mr. not because you're getting some benefit from you're getting actually paid for the Pisuriano Chametz. I will ask stam mutter, but to rent it out generically, it's mutter. They answer the Chametz about because it's bonus. So use it for Chametz. Use anything else. The Tanukh I got no answer. Not enough. From this manner is also. It's time to know who left has chametz. That's the basic assumption that a tanur is made for baking. It's made baking chametz. People took last notes shove bar matzah. So if you do rent out the oven, you have to stipulate it's going to bake matzah. Some to see vav. Achatura also clean without macher. But tura also baking that's for another reason. I mean, issue would say the kumai de cover acher. Shulo yivaka kli. That he wants the thing to exist that it shouldn't break. Klamar shurot says she's coming to socho. It's coming to be intact inside the keli. The locating is bakak. It's a urb because otherwise the keli will crack. But as a result of fire, so shenane mechametz. It's an open mechametz. Vokas atam the kemi shakli atzma asura ba nami blias chametz shabbat. Since the vessel becomes also because of the chametz which is absorbing it, also skill chatchila, you're not allowed to deliberately rent it out. Ayin sham. Muta skill chamor v'sus levi olama. So to rent him a donkey or horse to bring on a burden, that's too far to ask. Actually, maybe love chametz even does bring chametz on it. At least the boss not a problem for us. I'm a foolish levi love chametz. Also, but if it's explicit, he's going to chametz on it. Made it explicit. That's also. Says, this is based on Magen Avram. Ve'emes la'alocha. Yud ma'asebi Yisraelim shemochel chemtzam enu Yehudi er Pesach. The Jews sold the chametz to a non-Jew er Pesach. Chametz yimunach b'cheder l'orchak min heart. The chametz was in a room not so far from the river. But based on this Shuvah Pesach the water flooded over. They got close to the room. And then back to the chametz would be lost. In this case, they allowed them to go to the non-Jew who bought all the chametz and tell him, go save your merchandise. The Menopo is not here. Tell another non-Jew, see the merchandise of so-and-so is going to get lost. And then they move it to another place. Also, it's chametz and Pesach. On his own, cancel chametz. Say chametz on Pesach. Because it's going to get some benefit from it, at the very least, Tobas Hana, the Rakars are Tov. Now, because I've been those who permit you to heat up hot water in a chametz vessel, to use it for washing. And also other types of benefit or pleasure from a chametz dikka kelim. That's the custom Akal Shana. Kigon, such as the steamboat so named derech arai biyavesh, such as to put something dry, something dry and cold, or davar lachmidid la barachila, or something moist which is not suitable to eat, or rechitza such as soap, or chayotzibo, etc. The pashutu the zeu be'ena ben yomo has to be that the pot is not using is not ben yomo. As we used in the past 24 hours of chametz. The V'dai Yishno, the Fiat HaMashen Shatur, Shebasif Tes. There's the second reason, Shosas Kelim Nation Pluas, a chametz Shabbat. Now let's rent out the keli because the chametz is balloon it, and since the chametz balloon is absorbing it, getting enough from that chametz. I must have understood what it said in the test, actually, I guess. Where he said, the Torah said that there was this chametz balua in the wall of the keli, and he wants that chametz not to be destroyed, because if it's destroyed, the kli will explode. That's that much heat is going to explode it. So therefore, he needs the chametz he wants the chametz to remain intact, and that's why it's rented out to the non-Jew, because he's getting enough from his chametz being remaining intact that therefore the non-Jew is paying him for the rental. So here, it's saying that according to that second reason, the Torah gives, she also scared kelim Louis the chametz should be not allowed to rent out because the chametz absorbing it. Koshka shows the shtamish, but you certainly can't use it. Yesh shows to mitamzeh. So those are asatakim. We can't come make the mushimutar. Primary law though is permissible. Laya took him also levaluabo harbe nichamet to batziyoma. Maybe the Torah says there's a lot of chametz absorbed in, and it's also been used for 24 hours. 24 hours for chametz. Tzorchim. Not sure. But Torah is saying ain't mishtamshim shum kli chametz. Our custom is not to use any chametz kelim on Pesach. We use mishtamshim chametz b'tzrein. We use the chametz cold, such as water jugs, which I guess some chametz fell into. We're not sure. In Pesach, you can't use them. We don't use them on Pesach. Sharatzion writes on the Ramah that the minhag is to be matir, but only the Acharonim say by a vessel which is designated for washing and laundry, which don't usually use for eating. But a vessel which is sometimes used to eat and to drink, that you have to put away for Pesach and not use it even for drinking and for rinsing and for laundry. But if it's derech harai, if it's just an occasional thing, then you don't need machmer in that, which is a big cool over there. Your base, sheyesh lo b'beiso mishares and Yehudi. If you have in a household a servant who's not Jewish, mutam al Pesach l'adam Pesach helach dinner zeh. Take this dollar knei v'chol and go and buy stuff to eat. Abi shodeh shiknei chametz yochal, even though you know he's going to buy chametz to eat. Sharei hu ein lo shum hanoah b'zeh. The Jew has no benefit from his eating chametz. Gam ein omer lo shiknei chametz. He's not telling you to buy chametz. But in his house, the servant should not eat. Because it's suspicion that they shouldn't say that the owner gave him the chametz, which he's not supposed to do. But you can't say to the worker, go and eat, and I'll pay back the storekeeper. For sure they're going to give him chametz to eat. Not so happy. The words are astonishing. They might some paskul be there some kulan base. They basking in yain nesach. And when it comes to forbidden wine, chaygav the mutter. It's mutter to tell him go drink and I will pay afterwards. The other time it's also that he can hiktim money if he paid up front for the worker's wine. Because then the isser belongs to him. And you can't derive benefit from it. But you didn't pay up front, it's okay. Mutter. The man lo isser, how do you acquire the prohibited substance? The yaines in that case. The be'esha ochlim shosim ha'isser. So when they eat or drink the isser babais. The isser does not belong to the homeowner. Elisha chenvani belongs to the storekeeper. And the Mordechai Dak is not answered unless you prepaid the storekeeper. It's the chametz in his hand from the storekeeper and gave it to the worker, which of course is giving directly being handed from the chametz. This is what the Acharonim paskin. There is Tur Tamua. And the Tur says that you can't go to the storekeeper and say, I'll pay whatever he eats. Afterwards is astonishing. Okay, the Mishnah Berurah says, even if he doesn't know that the guy's that the worker is definitely going to buy chametz. In that case, he still has to give the storekeeper the money ahead of time. He said, but the Mishnah says that giving the money ahead of time is not lav dafka. It's not necessarily literally. That it's the same thing. You give him a dinar at the time that the Yechemani is giving the chametz to him, to his servant. No, they think that's also. If we gave him the dinar at the time when the storekeeper is giving the bread to the servant, it's also usher. But it's so I misunderstood what you're saying. You're saying that the isser is lav dafka when you paid ahead of time. So also you pay in real time, simultaneously, so to speak. It's only not a problem if you were to pay back after time is over. Sharatzian says that where there was money with Kroch exchanged hands, and the servant got the money from no, the owner got the money from the servant. According to Tais, it's permitted. Where there was also giving money, and the money accepted from the Eved. It's about where he was noticing the chametz beyond. He took it from the Chamani and gave it to the non-Jew. So he's saying that it's not just that case is also, but even where there's money exchange, and the money exchanged and but the Chamani got the money from the Ebed. I guess even the Chamani got the money from the Ebed. As long as money exchange, where was giving money and the money was accepted from the Ebed, according to Tosfos, it's permitted. I guess the Ebed's paying for his own food. I really don't understand what the case is. I'm sorry. The Mishnah Berurah goes on to say the Iker is like the same halacha that the Arukh HaShulchan paskins, but nevertheless, l'tchila, it's best to take account of the first svara by your slave, who you yourself have to pay, that you should pay up only after the fact. Okay. You'll give them. Yesh because of those who write mishum chum and chametz because of the severity of chametz yichmiru and with shum tam. Okay, no logic to it. Yesh is one of those who say that he saw how he called by Adam by the chametz. The Jew was a guarantor for the chametz. Shemivad mishum yishkiblum bi Adam ashrun lefiem said if the goyim lose the chametz from the time they accept them in their hands till they eat it, then the Jew has to make up for them. It's like chametz of a non-Jewish keeper love that the Jew accepts responsibility. That's not true. The Mamak keeper of Christ didn't accept responsibility. Didn't say he's going to make it up. Some act of God destroys the food. He's like no, that's a big jump. Going back to see test. The words of the Torah are correct. This is Mishum Shu Rotsa Kimush Chametz. It's a prohibition because he wants the Chametz to be around. Because otherwise, he's going to have to give him other food to eat. Mashem Yain Ness, as opposed to wine, Sham Ain't Rotsa Kimo. There, you don't want the wine to exist. Afin lo yishtu lo yiten lohem acher. If he doesn't drink, you can drink it. They're not going to give him different wine. There's no delay in drinking wine as in eating bread. So by the bread, he would want the chametz because that's available to him immediately. And that's why he doesn't care about the wine; they'll just bring him more wine. So that's called enorot sebekuma. Okay, you have a child who's crying that he wants to eat chametz. So you can't stop him crying. El non-Jew, give him chametz, and I'll pay you back. They rejected the Torah. Based on we said Oslo Markain. Now I have to say that. Because then he's like your shliach. The Mishnah says you have to take the child to the house of the guy. If he doesn't want to give him for free, you can promise that you pay him. But you should not give him the money before or at the time the guy is giving him the money, as we saw before. So in any event, El Yomar lo ten lo lecho. Just tell the guy give him to eat. Mele ten lo chametz. So give him chametz automatically. He'll give it automatically. Or you should ten lo dinar, or give him money ahead of time. The Yomar said, "Achel tinok zeh bedinar zeh." Give this child to eat for this amount. He's not supposed to give the money ahead of time. True. Yeah, the dinner has to be given afterwards. Anyway, because of the shame was all this about a child who's not in danger. Chametz is not getting chametz. He's in danger. It's not getting chametz. Everything's mutter. You're required to feed him on your own. In close serving the pashas shedol, consume like any other serving the pashas, where all the prohibitions are pushed aside. That's many children that from the day they're born. Some b'shvias pasnuma. Early age, they give them a soaked rusk, very dry and toasted bread. Suchri kas, the slow schita, whatever suchri kas is, it's made from wheat grain. And evidently they give them such a young age that they're accustomed to it. You don't give them one day, they're going to die. You have to prepare this hard toast for them. Elu, if they Pesach, Latmina Makam would put them in a secret place. He also said clear copy of Chesed should have its own vessel, its own spoon. It's for many time you need to do so. Mixing water, mayim chamim, mixing out water, or b'chav or milk, v'litin, so he can put in his mouth. Be careful about crumbs. Any Yehudi. It's also due to a non-Jew. That's the interpretation of chametz. Yeah, you'll say Tov. You'll say that's better. Tesva. Toli achronim. Erichud bar ha arendus. Arendus are innkeepers who have a liquor license from the nobleman whose estate they are managing. So they have the innkeepers, people who have millstones. And from the officials who get a measure of grain. No, I may have wrote that wrong. Those who hold on to the millstones are based on authorization of the nobleman. They get so much measure of grain for so much grinding. Those who are grinding chametz gomer molten like malt. How can you so get these mitos of grain even after Pesach because your profit is chametz. And even though it's after Pesach, since chametz is his. You have to sell the liquor license or rechaim or the milk Pesach before Pesach or Moha Mechira. Just like the sale l'shabbosos, like a Shabbos sale, which not Shabbos for business class around Shabbos. Like we do, even tough memches. Issues those who ask, how does sale take place? It's on something which doesn't yet exist. Chametz not coming for Pesach. How can you sell it if it's not his? That's not difficult. You can't be so low konami asar. If the woman can be koneh, so the soil is not koneh. Everybody should be fine. And the truth is that removing oneself works even with something which didn't yet come to the world. He's removing himself in the business. It's true that all these kinyanim have to do with the customs and the merchants. It'll be contract. Such as the futures market. So the future is based on a contract, even though it doesn't exist. Even though it's ever shalom. See if you design Ayin Sham. Here too, the same thing. I can sell something in the future. Therefore, he acquires what's going to come in the future to the woman because he already paid for that license, and also the non-Jew receives it from him. In fact, he was said, cloud. There's no concern here whatsoever. Exactly doing Shabbos and Yontif. Okay, so we quite complicated. One has to go over it in order to see if it applies to Maisa. Sman is there. Tafnu Nav. Dina goes Kalim and Pesach. Kash and Kalim for Pesach. There's a long simon. Nun Beis Sifim. Av Ktev Shel Cheres. If you have a pot of earthenware, clay or chorus v'avasim or plates or pots shel cheres, and they're made of pottery. Shenishtamesh be'em chametz there's no chametz this is chametz the entire year. Those make cereal. Other types of flour dishes, and they get adhere to the sides of the pot. You scrub it well. So there's no chametz nicker, no chametz which is recognizable. And they can leave it after Pesach, and use them. But they're mixed into their own type and different types. The chametz is mixed up. Which now is leave around, because in Tav and Zayin, the chametz nira elasheno nikar. Chametz is seen, but it is, I guess it's not accented. Chametz which is absorbed in the vessel, ve'eno nikar. So one's not nikar because of the. I'm not sure where he's going with this. There's some type here. Anyway, voda bulu nasatam l'kam. That's absorbed gives an off taste. L'achai may taste after 24 hours. Avocado the pesach atzmon osrim. No same time gam. No pesach itself. We say no time gam is not possible. Much time soon tough member. Zayin. Kom never achar pesach. In terms of chametz achar pesach. This surak mishum knas, where the prohibition because of the penalty lawsuit and forbid this. By any issue we ask the pot even after 24 hours. Because how you're there, sim kukha base. There's no distinction of the rice and the bottom then. Shall I feel clear balua b'sar ofacholov, even a vessel which is absorbed with the meat of a fowl. And milk, which is only the Rabbanan. Gankin Osrim Osa, they still ask it. Chametz ain't Osrim Agdeh, but Chametz is not asked the pot. Tami Yishomar can say the reason the Chametz is terrible. Chametz said it got absorbed when it was mutter before Pesach. B'shas Abli Alo Yisr, that wasn't Osir. Shagim B'sham Isura Bola, as opposed to over there, he swallowed a prohibited substances. Well, that's a mikrisi, and also it's an occasional thing. Avo chametz hava b'chol shana. So the chametz you have the entire year. V'yom shav si kol kadesh b'olam. You can't cause all the pots in the kitchen to have to be broken. Okay, the brackets here are not important for us.